Hi, this is Sai. Both of my boys were off school yesterday, so I'm guessing you guys will be in a similar situation come Monday when all the schools are shut. And Zeph and I woke up twice before 9 o'clock last night, having nightmares or night terrors, I don't know which. And I'm guessing that we're not alone in that experience, that the kids are quite anxious, as we are. But I decided yesterday to try and, executive function's gone out the window, rational, logical thoughts gone out the window, emotional regulation has gone out the window. And so if you understand what will surprise you about learning to become a forest school leader, and actually learned this through that rather than my teaching degree, is that when the brain goes into acute stress or crisis, you go into your lizard brain, and if you're in your lizard brain, you are unable to sequence events. Your short-term memory is just out the window. And so what I thought I had to do was to try and get these kids a bit more calm, a bit more grounded, away from the TV and the radio and the internet and even shops. Just seeing all the shops empty is quite stressful for them. So I took them in the car and we went off on a bit of a drive, and immediately I got, I'm bored, I'm hungry, I'm tired, he's annoying me. And it was only about a 40-minute drive, and I just took them off somewhere where I knew there wouldn't be anyone else around really, and just did a bit of a mindful walk with them. And so this is a technique that we use quite a lot in forest school anyway, and I know it's a CBT technique as well. So I made them walk along initially in silence, which sounds insane, not for very long, but just to focus on the bird song, because at this time of year, this is the best time of year to listen to bird song. The birds are all chirping away, making loads of noise, trying to find a mate, they're nesting, and we found this lovely bit of woodland where it was like a cacophony of noise, like a symphony. And so I asked them as we were walking along just to put their fist up in the air, and each time they heard a different bird song, to raise a finger, and we got to about 20. And it was just really lovely. So I recorded a little bit to show you, but at this point, if you're well, the advice is to go out and get some exercise. But equally, if we get totally holed in, then you could do this from your back garden, from your window. I just opened the window here when I was getting dressed, and I saw a jay and blue tits, and we're in the middle of a city, so this should be something that you could do anywhere. Have a look. I was going to take my two off to the library today to go and stock up on books, but of course they shut all the libraries today, so that's not an option. I read this book to my kids yesterday for two reasons. Firstly, I think it's a really nice book about anxiety and about being a child and about your worries, but I think also the drawings are just so beautiful, and it inspired us to have a go at making our own inks and making our own artwork. So in case you haven't come across this book, I'll read a little bit. Hello. I'm so small, said the mole. Yes, said the boy, but you make a huge difference. What do you want to be when you grow up? Kind, said the boy. What do you think success is? Asked the boy. To love, said the mole. Well, hello. Do you have a favourite saying? Asked the boy. Yes, said the mole. What is it? If at first you don't succeed, have some cake. I see. Does it work? Every time. just a tiny taste. I got you a delicious cake, said the mole. Did you? Yes. Where is it? I ate it, said the mole. Oh. But I got you another one. Did you? Where is it? The same thing seems to have happened. What do you think is the biggest waste of time? Comparing yourself to others. I wonder if there is a school of unlearning. Most of the old moles I know wish they had worried less to their fears and listened less to their fears and more to their dreams. What is that over there? It's the wild, said the mole. Don't fear it. And this book goes on. I won't read it all, but it's lovely. I'd really recommend it. I used it with my adult forest school recently, and a few people borrowed it because they just found it so beautiful. And so we then went off and made our own inks because we had a load of beetroot left over from a veg box that we didn't actually want to eat. So we boiled that up. And there's a really good instructables on it if you Google it, making natural ink. And we made a yellow one from turmeric, which I think most people tend to have in their house. And then the boys wanted to make a green one, so we blanched some spinach and then reduced it down and made a green one. But we did happen to have a couple of Indian inks as well. And I think they just found... Teddy decided to do his ink drawing on the walk that we went on. I didn't suggest that, that was his idea. And it was just quite calming. And I think that we could all do with a little bit of that right now. Okay, thanks guys.